Oh, whoa. Just...
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Butler, for making my point more eloquently than I ever could.
You know what? Hitting Jax is not going to help her case.
Now tell me that it surprises you that he lost control when he's confronted with a truth that he'd rather not acknowledge. You know that's what gangsters do. They don't like something, they punch it, or shoot it, or blow it up. And this is the man that you allow near our daughter on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, don't put Carly in this. She has nothing to do with this.
Oh, look at you getting all protective. She's still my wife, you know. But the fact that Carly allows Jocelyn near you, a trigger-happy, unstable Marine who's capable of offing one of his own men. Wow. If that doesn't scream unfit mother, I don't know what does. Thank you, Mr. Butler, for strengthening my case.
Just don't. So this is such a great... Is this how it's gonna be? You goading every person in my life until you get them to snap?
I didn't have to try very hard.
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Carly terminated my employment. She shouldn't be held responsible for my actions. Listen, Carly, I apologize, okay? I shouldn't have lost control like that.
What you did was unfair, and you know it.
Well, you better get used to it. Because it's only going to get worse when we drag ourselves through family court. Look, I will drag you and any of your associates through the mud if I have to.
Who the hell are you? When did you become this self-righteous ass who believes that any end justifies the means that you want?
When I realized that you can't protect our daughter and you didn't accept my terms.
That is bull. That is the excuse that you're using. Nothing you're doing is in Jocelyn's best interest. You are going to hurt our daughter, and you are going to destroy yourself in the process.
You already know that.
I'm not going to destroy myself. But if you destroy yourself along the way, I've given you a fair warning.
You're already doing it. You're so married to being right that you'll do anything. You're twisting facts around to suit your purposes. Jax, you're manipulating. You're using people's tragedies, all under the banner of keeping Jocelyn safe. What the hell?
You're right. I will do whatever it takes. I don't want to apologize for it.
It's not good. For a little girl to be away from her mother, it's not good for us to fight over Jocelyn. She's not unaware. I mean, yeah, she can understand what's going on, really, but she can feel the tension. She can feel the anger. She could have emotional issues over this for the rest of her life, Jax.
She won't have a life if she gets hit by a stray bullet meant for Sonny and Jason. And I'm not there to protect her anymore because you kicked me out, remember?
Then what? Okay. What's the solution? Just tell me. What do you want?
My offer hasn't changed, okay? You can see it whenever you want. You can have unlimited access.
And do you really not understand why that's unacceptable to me? You're telling me to be a visitor in my daughter's life. I will never agree to that.
Okay, then we're not getting anywhere.
You're being so damn unreasonable. You're telling me that I can't have Jocelyn unless I cut Sonny and Jason out of my lives. Hell, we live in a small town. You're bound to run into Sonny and Jason while you have Jocelyn. You're setting up conditions that even you can't meet, and it's not fair.
Come on, running into Sonny and Jason on the street, I mean, that's a hell of a lot different than giving them access to our daughter.
All right, look, I don't want to put Jocelyn in the middle of a war between us. See, I think Jocelyn needs both of her parents, and that's why, despite the fact you're being so awful, we should share custody. You need to stop doing what you're doing and start thinking about what's best for your daughter.
You have to eat at least half.
Okay. I deserve an explanation. You don't get to hit Jax and take off like that.
Trust me, Carly, it's best.
You don't get to make that decision.
Will you just please leave it alone?
No, I'm not going to leave it alone. I mean, call me crazy, but I thought we were friends. And considering the fact that you spent every night outside my daughter's hospital room while Jocelyn recovered from a kidney transplant. Every night that you spent hanging out with my family in my house, I would think that makes me someone who deserves an explanation when blindsided by information about you.
Okay. Jax got it right. I killed one of my own men. A news crew was embedded and got the incident on tape. I left the service, end of story.
Did you kill him on purpose?
Thank you.
I'm not going to stop bugging you until you give me some answers.
I already told you, there's nothing to discuss beyond what's already
I
been said.
already heard the official version, okay? And we both know that's not worth the paper it's printed on. I'm asking you, the man who was involved, did you deliberately shoot a fellow soldier?
Marine.
Okay, Marine.
No.
What happened?
War is chaos. In a moment of chaos, I was ordered into position and told to open fire. I did, and hit a fellow comrade in front of an embedded journalist. The screw-up came from up top, but it was a sensitive time in the mission. The Marine Command didn't want a cop to make a mistake like that, so they gave me a choice. Accept being labeled overzealous and take a dishonorable discharge, or be court-martialed and made to look even worse.
Why didn't you fight?
I didn't have it in me. I took the fall for my unit, my commanders, my country.
That's awful.
Yeah. Then when I got out, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was experiencing symptoms of PTSD. I felt unmoored. I still had the Marine mentality, so I parlayed it into another kind of work. Work that paid a damn sight better than I ever got in the service. One job led to the next, eventually Hoffman, then you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, those are the bricks.
What are you gonna do now?
I'll find work somewhere else. Better get on that.
Was never